So with all the technology and everybody living their life on computers, cell phones, iPads, and everything, I think there's a few things we're losing touch with and losing the art of. I've always had the belief that hand-drawn drawings are very much a part of the art of architecture, and that's dying off. I mean, people's sketching abilities aren't what they used to be. And I think you lose a little bit out of architecture. You can create some incredible lifelike computer-generated renderings that are great, but every now and then those hand-drawn sexy drawings do a lot to evoke an emotion in architecture. But I'm off the track already. What I really wanted to talk about was the lost art of letter writing. A couple weeks ago, when I was back east, my dad found this box of stuff of mine from 1975, and the majority of it were letters. And the fall of '75 was my first year in college, and apparently a lot of people wrote letters in 1975. I had stacks of letters from friends of mine that were still in high school, and some of them were pretty funny because they were about the typical high school gossipy stuff: who's dating who's having a party, who's throwing up at a party, what they had to drink at that party, all the normal high school stuff. And I am going to scan those letters electronically and send them back electronically just to get a laugh out of it. And I'm sure they'll appreciate the humor and everything too about what we used to talk about 35 years ago. The other thing that was in there was a huge stack of letters from my mother in 1975, and I kind of completely forgot that she used to write me every week when I was in college. She used to call every week, but she used to write me every week too. And she had I guess she was study hall monitor one day a week or one period a week, and she would write me when she was in study hall. And again, it was nothing earth-shaking in any of the letters, but it was just what my brother was doing, what my dad was doing, what was going on in the neighborhood, funny episodes from class for her. And there was one series of letters where I guess I was an experiment in one of her classes, and she posed a question to her class about something that I should do, and it was kind of interesting. I had letters from all these girls that I'd never met before in one of her classes, but these were long handwritten letters that were 2, 3, 4 pages, and I'm sure that when I got them, they just made me feel good, and it was something that I'm sure I look forward to every week. But flash forward to earlier this week, where I was picking up the mail, and there was a little note in it, and at first I thought it was from my nephew and his wife, and a thank you note from the wedding. But I opened it up, and it was from another friend that I had spent some time with over the weekend, and she was just writing to thank me for spending time with her, and how much she appreciated us being able to spend time together and do stuff. And it was really just a very personal thing that made me feel good, because I knew she took the time to sit down, write it, and put some thought into it. And for some reason it just felt better than getting an email or a text or any kind of a message. And so I just thought that, I'm sure that I had the same reaction when I got the letters from my mother when I was in college, that it just felt good to get that. And, I look at people's verbal skills and their letter writing skills now, and we still have to do a lot of writing, in our profession, and some people just struggle with that. So I'm reviving the lost art of letter writing. So go find someone to write a letter to, maybe someone you haven't talked to for a while, and I guarantee it'll surprise them. Or if you have a stack of old letters from somebody, scan them and email them back to them, and see how embarrassed they get about what they were talking about 35 years ago. Let's see how many people hate me after I send these letters back. Anyway, revive it. Put a personal touch to your interactions. So later.